Hello everybody, in this video we're going to talk about simplifying expressions. Make sure your name is on this, make sure you've shared it with me. Let's begin by looking at two important definitions. What is simplifying? What is an expression? Well, an expression is any written statement using mathematical symbols that follows the algebraic rules and structures. So we can call this an expression or a statement when we are writing in math. Simplify means to combine all like terms and write an expression in its most simple form. So simplifying an expression means to rewrite an expression in its most simple form. Now, how do we simplify expressions? Well, you may remember from 7th and 6th grade that we have to follow the order of operations when we're doing algebra or any kind of math. This means that we're going to use the distributive property when possible, and this property we learned about previously. Once we've used the distributive property, we're going to make sure that we've combined all of the like terms so that the expression is written in as few and simple terms as possible. Right now, we're going to take a look at some examples in Delta Math, and then you're going to come back and answer this question below. How would you describe simplifying expressions? There's also some closing main ideas here for you to take a look at. So let's go into Delta Math. We're going to rewrite this expression in its most simple terms. So what I need to do here is identify where I can use the distributive property. I have a -3 that I can distribute inside of the parentheses. So this statement would become 9w plus 3w, because -3 times -w gives me +3w, then -3 times 8 gives me plus 24. -3 times -8, positive 24. Now I need to combine my like terms. I have 9w's plus 3w's, total of 12w's plus 24. So my answer is 12w plus 24. 12w plus 24. All right. Example 2. We're going to rewrite this expression here in its most simple terms. Again, we need to first identify where can we use the distributive property, and here we can. So I'm going to distribute, meaning multiply 3 into here. 3 times -c is -3c. 3 times -8d is -24d. Now I have a -10d. And now I'm going to be distributing the -6 into the parentheses here. -6 times 9d will give me a -54d. And then -6 times -10c would give me a positive 60c. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm looking for all of the d variable here. I'm going to combine those, and then I'm going to look for all of the c variable and combine those. So let's see, -24 and -10 would give me -34. -34 and -54, that's going to give me -88d. And then positive 60 and -3c will give me a positive 57c. So I can write this as 57c minus 88d. 57C minus 88D. Let's do one more example together. We're going to rewrite this expression in its simplest terms. The first thing is to identify where can I distribute using the distributive property. Here we go. So I'm going to rewrite this entire expression, 10f. Now I need to distribute the -6. -6 times -9 would give me a positive 54 times f. -6 times 2 would give me a -12. Now I just need to combine all of my f's together. -10f plus 54f will give me 44f. Minus 12 remains unchanged, and there we go. 44f minus 12. (44 times f minus 12). All right, so make sure you try the rest of these 7 problems. Let's go back to our notes to close with some main ideas. The main ideas for this are we can combine like terms, meaning terms that have the same variable or terms that are constants. And a constant is just any number that doesn't have a variable. To simplify an expression means to combine, add all like terms and reduce an expression into its simplest form. Lastly, the distributive property allows us to multiply the terms inside a set of parentheses by whatever constant or coefficient is on the outside of the parentheses. If you have any questions about simplifying expressions or any of the terms in here, please reach out. Make sure you try these Delta Math problems and ask me if you have any questions or if you need any help.